So about 15 minutes in, the main group has already gone on, but I thought I would start it off here. So this should be the Volcanion. Yeah, we'll go with that. So use an incense to catch 12 Pokemon, spin 12 Pokestops or gyms, and then the hero's journey below is power up 10 Pokemon, use a fast TM, use a charge TM. I think the steam ahead is the Volcanion, which makes sense, bearing in mind it's the only water and fire type Pokemon, and behind me it's obviously the Prince Albert Memorial, which is where we all started this. So that's the research. Oh, it is another one. Great to see you. The talented trainers and Pokemon around it. Legends afoot. I am a legend. Thank you very much. Slashing Center. Oh, this is where we get to pick which one. Ah, okay. So the hero's journey is the one where eventually you get to pick which one to get the energy from, I'm assuming. And then the full steam ahead is the Volcanion one. Okay. So yeah, basically we've got to go around and hopefully catch some Pokemon. So we're going to go to the main area, which is around the lake. Which is on here in that direction. As you can see, there's loads of raids, so let's go and do some Salmon Center. So what I should have done as we started was, to be fair, it won't change much, but take a screenshot of this page. This is literally just so we can see total XP, Pokestops visited, Pokemon caught, and we can compare it later when we do the hardcore side and see if there's a massive difference in terms of the changes. And then if we go to a Pokemon, so go for that. We'll also compare the Stardust. No! Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. I'm not making the same mistake I did last time. Torkoal, not caught this before, so going to Golden Razz it. Hopefully, I mean, Pokeball makes sense. If I can get this as a shiny, it'd be amazing, but this should be a Pokédex entry. This is regional, so this is the first time I think I've seen one before, but never been able to catch it before, so there we go. Boom. Pokédex entry, Torkoal, makes up for the one that I messed up on. I'm not making that mistake again. Maybe I just won't do AR at all, but we'll see what goes on. I mean, can you imagine if it was a Hundo? Yeah, we'll go with that. One regional down, and whilst we're here, let's join our first raid. I know, half an hour in, slacking, absolutely slacking. Like I said, I could do 12 raids in this first bit. I'm going to mega my Lucario. Oh, I would mega if I wasn't so slow. So it's casual. It's casual morning. It's casual morning. I'll get to it. My hair is an absolute state. I mean, what is going on here? So this should go down very easy. So I did create a team for Zamazenta, and as you can tell, I didn't even change to it. I just used my basic one. So to say that I am wow, my hair. Look at that. Yeah, this is not the team that I definitely wanted to pick normally, but. To be fair, there's 19 people in this raid. It should go down very easy. And then we will see how much of the energy we get. So based on people doing it yesterday, so those obviously in the far side of the world from here, so Australia, etc., who are doing it early, it would range from about 80 to 140. So 10 to 15 raids should be enough to get the 1,000 that we need to change form. La-di-da. So I want to say it's not weather boosted, because it's cloudy weather boost for this one. Either way, so 2188 is the Hundo. If we can get a shiny even better, and you can get Go First backgrounds, that's like global Go First background, so if we can get shiny with background, regardless of the CP, that will be amazing. Here we go. So we've got 90 crowd energy, 12 more raids. If we can get that just based on casual, 20 XP, did I get anything in this? It doesn't make a difference. Nope, go to summary, and so not only is it not a shiny, it is poor. So going to Peanut Berry, and because the global, it should be a fairly easy catch, even if you throw it as terribly as I just threw it. Easy, cool, gotcha. First raid, and it's a background from the first one. Pretty sweet. There we go. As you can see, the stats are terrible. It's almost one of the worst ones you can get. First one down first. First background done of the event. Let's just do some checks whilst we're here. Still no shiny half an hour in, but apparently it's meant to be boosted. So let's go over to this Summer Center. Second raid of the day, and I actually remembered to mega my Lucario. That's right, I'm learning. I said it's casual morning. Second raid, it's essentially I can do about 3 raids an hour, but like I said, there's 1 hour in particular I want to concentrate on the spawns, so I'm going to front weight what I'm doing in terms of raids, and it'll be similar to this afternoon, but there'll be some slight differences this afternoon. You probably will pick up on them pretty quickly. One thing to note is my Go Plus broke yesterday. Perfect timing for this weekend. Couldn't have broken like a month ago and I could have bought a new one. Tried to fix it, no, Maybe my team I picked actually wasn't that good. I didn't even get to use my Shadow Groudon. Okay, now because it's the form change, you don't know the CP until you go to catch it, unlike before when you could just see what it is, not too fussed about the item. So 90 again, like, good to keep track of that. Rare Candy, Revive, 3 Zamazenta, 20 XP, 20,000 XP. Final Strike, Shadow Groudon. Got it, still got it. Here we go. Okay, so I so want a Hundo even more than a Shundo, even more than a shiny with a background, because both Zamazenta and Zacian are some of the best Pokemon in the game currently and potentially for a long time. If I can actually throw a excellent throw one of these, that'd be absolutely amazing. Right, here we go. Another background would be nice. 2 backgrounds, that would 2 be... Okay, it's fine. Fourth Zamazenta. The question is it going to finally be a shiny? Is it going to be a Hundo? Do we get anything on this? Oh, hardest hitter, look at that. Carrying, absolutely carrying like a beast. Here we go. 2162, okay, so I think it's the best one we've had so far. Well, we'll find out. There we go, an excellent throw. Finally hit an excellent throw on the raise and not a background. So we've got 400 energy. Not a bad one, that one, okay. What have we got around? So as you can see, just quickly, the way it's set up in this sort of the Kensington Palace area, Hyde Park, whatever you're going to call it. So we've got the lake in the middle, and then we've got all of these Pokestops around it and the gyms. And these Pokestops are specifically for GoFest. So I think it was last year. It got put in place for Sinnoh February last year, Sinnoh? No, it was GoFest last year. Sinnoh was somewhere else, and they've done it here ever since. So GoFest last year, Unova Tour early this year, and now GoFest 2025. Every hour there's also a global challenge, and these go for the ultra unlock or towards that, so we should definitely do it. I doubt we'll fail, to be fair. These are kind of set up to make it look like we'll fail, but we really won't. Catching Pokemon, so 2 times catch XP, 2 times catch candy to catch Stardust, so I should keep an eye on that. Here we go, so this is the choose the path one. So here we go, Crown Sword or Crown Shield. Now, because the sword is the better Pokemon overall, so number 2 still type Pokemon, but the best DPS in the game, I've got to go for it. And I love Zacian sword form from the Sword and Shield game. So add 5 Stardust, part fairy type Pokemon, and make 5 nice throws. That should be fine. Let's try and get a first shiny. First shiny of GoFest 2025. It is on the inset, and it is a Mindfu. So one of the rarest spawns in theory. I should have actually pinned up that, shouldn't I? Should have, coulda, woulda. Right, first shiny. I love that. I was just casually looking. Mindfu, and it should be nice. A Pokédex entry. Okay, it's only taken an hour, but we've got our first shiny of GoFest 2025. You can imagine if it was a Shundo. It couldn't be further from a Shundo. But there we go. Okay, first shiny done. Let's keep going. Finally have our second shiny of the day, and it is the Crab Crawler. That's right. So I should learn to pin up very more of this stuff. So it's looking like a shiny an hour at the moment, which is not the boosted shinies that we wanted. But hey ho, here we go. Boom, second one done. It's not a Pokédex entry. Oh, that is horrific. Do we get anything? Okay, there we go. What's that? Our fourth shiny. Now, being partially colourblind, I couldn't even tell that that was a shiny. So that wasn't even me just faking that. I just had absolutely no idea. Yeah, we use that, baby. And has been Ultra Ball to match. I was just about to say, let's just check the spawns around, see what we get, and boom, look at that. Electabuzz. Okay, this might even be a... Oh, is this going to be a Dex entry? I know when we had the hatch day, I did get... Oh, boom, look at that. So nice. Okay, and we have it, our next shiny, a fourth shiny. Boom, we've got the chest spin. That's Golden Raz, this one. I don't think I've got one of these actually before, so I mean, I can't even throw. So what you don't know is on my screen it's got a load of rubbish on it, and therefore it gets stuck, my thumb, and it's basically something was dropped on it, so it's got a crack in the middle of it, annoyingly. So, chest spin, okay, here we go. And another Pokédex entry. So what I'm really loving is that I'm just getting so many Pokédex entries of shinies. Hopefully this continues. Is it any good? I mean, it doesn't matter. No, okay. I say it doesn't matter, but I would love more. Okay, and as we always do after every raid, let's check a couple. You never know. That's what happened with the Electrobuzz. I mean, what should be the Chansey? No, okay. I do have a shiny Chansey, so I don't need it. I don't know about the family, however. What else have we got around here? Scraggy. Shiny Scraggy would actually be quite nice. What's over here? Shieldon. There we go. What's that? A fifth shiny? Fifth shiny. It feels like you do a raid, you check what's around you and you get a shiny. So that's what, 5 shinies in almost 2 hours. So still not as good as I would like it, but not too bad. However, when another Pokédex entry, we love to see it. What people need to realise is when you watch people do the in-person events, it's really boosted. So you can't sort of think that it's going to be the same for global. So just to put that out there. Shando? No, but actually not too bad, not too bad. Right, on to the next one. Been a while, well, about 45 minutes actually. And all I wanted to say was, I thought I'd concentrate on the spawns of this hour. Like I said, the Tundra hour. I managed to get about 3 or 4 shinies, and they'll be on the screen right now. And in front of you will also be another shiny, and that is my second Munna. So the first one, I mean, even the first Pokemon I even clicked on for this hour. Oh, it's a bit laggy. In fact, this hour's been really bad for reception, etc. So I've probably wasted about 20 minutes just trying to connect to the game. But hey ho, that's just me being frustrated. There we go. So we've actually got a few shinies this hour. Probably the most out of all of them. So if we go to the little screen here, my little tag here for Casual Plus Domino, which I haven't tagged yet. We've got a Larvitar, a Elgium, that one, and a Moon. Oh wait, I thought I had another one. 1, 2. Okay, well we got 4 shinies. We've got 4 shinies. I would have literally stopped the camera after just recording that last bit, clicked on the first Pokemon Snowvat, and it's just a shiny. So another one to add to this hour. So probably our best hour actually overall for shinies. What is the 5th one? Actually not too bad. We are clicking on every spawn. We've got no adventure effects on, so actually not too bad. We'll see if that will actually be a difference later this afternoon. But there we go, another Pokédex entry. I'm loving this. Just shows how little shinies I actually have. Boom, there we go. It's literally the theme at the moment. I do a raid, film it, do a check of what's nearby, and I get a shiny. That's literally how this is working. So Oranguru, which I already have, but it is a lovely shiny. So we'll go and catch that. So first shiny of the last hour of casual, but the first time in this habitat. Yeah, not bad. Oh no. Do you know what? Golden Raz. I've got enough Golden Raz to do this. Again, if it does run, it's not in the well, but it is the first shiny of this hour, and hopefully I get more. I think the last hour was the most, and that was like 4 or 5. So if I can get that this time. The first one actually hasn't had a new Pokédex screen. Amazing. So the first hour is done of the hardcore side of it. Managed to catch 4 shiny Pokemon, which should be on the screen now. So the Duskull, common the next one, and 2 Fletchlings. I was a Shelmet, that was it. We've done about 5 raids, and none of them are good. We did get 2 backgrounds. So I thought I wouldn't just spam catches one after the other. I didn't want to make it too boring or too long of a video. So now in the second hour, hopefully we get some more Pokemon. There's no... Oh, there's a raid over there. I'm hoping to do like 5 to 10 raids within the hour. As for Pokemon themselves, well, who knows? I'm just doing a check around. Spatial Ren has been an absolute godsend in this. However, it's been very laggy. So trying to pick on stuff, at the moment I can't tag Pokemon, I can't do anything like that. So it's not perfect, the game. at the moment, but we're making it work. We finally did it. That's right, we actually did it. We got a shiny Zamazenta 2158, nothing special, but if it's got the background, it means it could be traded, like a good lucky trade for it. So pin up because it's easy anyway with the Premier Balls, but it's a shiny, so it's an auto catch, even if you throw it as badly as I just did. But we finally got the shiny after about 18 raids. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, whew, finally. And it's got first game Pokédex entry, makes perfect sense. Is it background? Okay, it's not background, but it's a shiny. We've been waiting for this all day. Finally got it. So for the last half an hour, I've basically been playing, we'll call it offline. I've not been filming anything, not been recording anything. I just wanted to enjoy half an hour of just playing and not worrying about having to record and if I was going to miss recording, etc. However, we managed to do 10 Zamazenta raids. We've got 3 shinies, which is 2 Moonas and an Elegim. So nothing too much. I didn't get the Piplup that I actually wanted, but hey ho, all the Frigibacks. Actually, I didn't find any Frigibacks at all, which was really annoying, but hey, there's tomorrow. However, I got a functional Hundo, that's right. When I say functional Hundo, the difference between this and a Hundo is irrelevant in terms of damage and in what you need for it. However, I thought that was the best thing I was going to get this hour. Absolutely amazing. However, if we go across, boom, that's right, I got a Hundo Zamazenta, and you notice I have plenty of candy and enough XL to max this thing out and enough Crown Shield energy. But I'm not going to do it just yet because we've still got another hour to go. We've got the last biome of the day. If I'd done 10 raids in that one, I could do another 10 raids. I'll probably do about 5. Now that I've got the Hundo, I'm actually not too bad. Another shiny would be amazing. Like we've definitely done, what, 30 raids at least today? So we are due for another shiny. Another shiny Zamazenta would be amazing. Shundo, like, would be literally cherry on top today. Shiny with a background would be amazing. So yeah, let's see what happens. But we've got the Hundo, like we've got the one Hundo and a functional Hundo. That's all we needed. So day 1 is in the books and I actually had really fun. First go fest I've done like as a video for, absolutely amazing. Can't wait till next year already. Question is, how many raids did we do? How many shinies did we get? And of course, did we get any more Hundos? As I mentioned, this was meant to be a casual versus hardcore video at the beginning of it all. However, it didn't quite go to plan. So as you can see here, the first 4 hours, we'll do it as the casual. So how many Zamazentas did we do? We did 14 raids, and that's because I did like a free-to-play if you like style. Didn't add any extra premium passes than the basics we got from the ticket. So not a bad way of doing it, to be fair. Nothing special from this. A couple of backgrounds in it. There we go. First one. Oh yeah, first one was a background, to be fair, which is pretty cool. So not too bad. That's one without the background. In terms of shinies, well, let's get straight into that, shall we? We got 12 shinies in the first 4 hours. And the big thing here is the amount of Pokédex entries we've got. Mindfu, Chespin, Electabuzz, Snover, Larvitar, which I completely forgot was spawning in here. Crabcrawler wasn't, Moona wasn't, Sheldon was also another one, Eldrum as well. These are some really cool shinies. The Mindfu, look how amazing that looks. I mean, stats wise, we'll kind of ignore that, but it is really, really cool that we got here. The Larvitar one, not bad at all. Look at that. That is so cool. What else? Shieldon. I've actually been looking for this one for a while. It's nothing fancy, and like stats wise, it could be worse. 2 stars. It's better than some out there. Not too bad whatsoever. 12 shinies for the first 4 hours. Trying to sort of click on everything, not using any adventure effects like spatial rend. So not bad going, not bad going. Second hour, however, or second half, shall we say, did get even better. So, how many Zamazenta raids? We did 30, okay? 30 Zamazentas, so plus the 14, that's 44 in total. And the big one here is, that's right, we got a Hundo. We got a Hundo Zamazenta. Of course, there's no background for this, but we got a Hundo, and Zacian Zamazenta is the best Pokemon in the game currently. Zamazenta is technically the #1 Pokemon, like in Master League, even a second on damage because Zacian's just higher attack, which makes perfect sense. And we'll come back to that in a second. And how many shinies did we get in that second lot? 11, including a shiny Zamazenta. We got the shiny Zamazenta. No background, however, but I was just happy to get a shiny because the odds were horrific today. I hope Zacian tomorrow is better, but part of me doubts that, however. So again, so not as many Pokédex entries because a lot of them were already ones that we had. However, Duskull, believe it or not, was a Pokédex entry, which is really, really cool. So again, not as many shinies as I think the first bit, but I was focusing more on the raiding side of it. And I was clicking on everything I wanted. I didn't get my chases for the day, as I mentioned, like the Marini, for example, I didn't actually get. So kind of disappointed in that sense, but I'm so happy. So 23 shinies across the day, more than happy, plus a Hundo Zamazenta. Like, to me, great. And just to top it off, a shiny Zamazenta. Like, can't complain, can't complain. I know from speaking to others today that, yeah, some people struggle to get a shiny, let alone a shiny with a background, so I am more than grateful. But before we close off this video, before we close it off, we have to do one thing. So let's max this out, because we can. So we're going to max out the Zamazenta. Of course we want to max it out. 4,329, not too bad. I definitely need to get some more Candy X out at some point, mainly for the max moves. The next thing is changing the form. That's right, here we go. And the animations for these just get better and better. This is probably one of the better ones compared to like the Cosma and Kyrian ones. Boom, Zamazenta 4717. And it's got adventure effects, which I'm not too fussed about. It's all about the max moves, which we'll have to sort out at some point later. So there we have it. Fully maxed out Hundo Zamazenta to end up day one. Thank you so much for getting this far in the video. Hopefully you're enjoying these videos. There's so much to come in July. And if you want to know what happened on day 2, then make sure you check out this video just here, because there's definitely some more shinies on their way. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you later.